and told me, sorry, it's the law, knowing it's the law, they've got to give you the exemption. And then planning, if your child's already in school and hadn't taken the next round, they will arrest you by kicking them out of school, saying they're truant, and then saying you created the truancy when they falsely kicked you out, and the law is applicable on them, not you, another criminal racketeering mafia operation. I mean, think of the scum. Tell me about the filth that's told you it's the law in Florida. Your child must be further soft-killed.
Yep, they told me there was no way I could get him in public schools without the proper vaccination.
Filthy, scum, criminal, lying, garbage. Again, when Austin, we've had top scientists, doctors, toxicologists, heads of university departments come to them, and the mayor gets up and laughs and walks off. They put in Austin over 200, some cities over 300, chemicals, lead, mercury, radioactive isotopes, and fluoride in your water and savagely assault you and then laugh at you when you go down there. I mean, these are, see, we've lost our human response. So again, did you call the filth? Did you call the school? Were you there in person? Because you should go in there with a hidden...
I went to the school in person. I called the health department. I have not been to the health department yet. This all transpired last week.
Did the health department lie to you too? I mean, hey, they're like, listen,
yes.
Listen, Chris,
Yes.
Chris, your son's only partially brain damaged. We want to kill your little boy. So don't get out of our way and let us kill him. Please, please, Chris. Don't listen to Alex Jones. Don't get angry about us lying. Number one, there is no law. It's an exemption to a policy. Do you understand? So the health department lied to you. Of course they did. They're criminals.
Well, my 9-year-old, I tell my 9-year-old all the stuff that I learn in my research from you, from other patriots out there on the internet. And my 9-year-old knows if they try to give him a needle in school, that he is to absolutely tell them no.
And by the way, we learned this a decade ago. People didn't believe it. Now it's all over the news. Oh, we accidentally lined up all the 6-year-olds. They do it to really little kids. That's all abusers of children target the really little ones because they can't, aren't as articulate, especially because they've had their shots. And they line them up and they go, oh, we thought you wanted your child to have it. See, the criminality of lying has gone to now shooting them up and not telling you. And then they have a seizures when you usually find out. They're like, yeah, we gave him a shot. You said you could. And you're like, no, I didn't. I specifically put a letter in. Oh, sorry. The SWAT team standing by. If you don't like it, Jack Squat, we're going to assault your family. And again, now it's to the point in California and other states, they go give your child the shot without consent if they can convince your 10-year-old to let them do it. Well, the children can't give consent. Again, this is a criminal, rogue, filthy, and listen, you hit my hot button right there, brother. So you called the health department, they lied to you, you went into the school, tell us the story, because parents should start going in with hidden cameras.
He was 4 this year, and he went into a pre-K program for children with developmental delays. Mm-hmm. And I even gave his pre-K teacher, who is a special education teacher, a copy of the article and the research that you posted in reference to the vaccines giving monkeys autism. And it doesn't matter.
Listen, that person's there to get their paycheck. That person, you don't convince a lying criminal. So you talked to was it the nurse or the scumbag principal?
I talked to the vice principal.
Okay, so the scumbag criminal, you should sue them for fraud and for racketeering, for lying and saying a medical procedure was mandatory and misrepresenting a non-existent law. Okay, being nice to these people, it's over, okay? Their mind game is over. Shooting black men up with syphilis and now our troops with it, it's over. It's over. The experimentation, the DU, it's over. It's over. And you got all these cowards that go along with it. Do you understand that filthy principal knew that by law they were supposed to give you the waiver that was in their filing cabinet? Do you understand that?
I do now.
Do you understand they were preying on you? Okay, I mean, listen, I'm not a guy looking for trouble, but that's like fighting stuff. You understand? I mean, I would have trouble in there if I went in knowing they were going to lie and the guy said, it's the law. I'd say, listen, you filthy piece of trash. Millions of children are brain damaged from 1 in 25,000 to 1 in 58. pediatric cancers are up over 10,000%. I knew you were going to lie. You see my hat? It's got a camera in it. Here is the government's own report about over 100 million people getting cancer from the 50s through the 80s from HV40 alone and the polio vaccine. Now, also it's on the video. I want you to know I videotaped all this, and I'm gonna expose you for your criminality. Admit that you have a waiver and that it's not even a waiver to a law, and then get them to admit it. Or wait until they say it and lie to you and say there's no waiver, and then tell them you're taping them. It's time to start getting aggressive with the buckets of filth that are the criminal, government, and corporate enforcers who want to assault our families. Where is our fighting spirit? So tell me what this Decepticon told you.
His only response was that you cannot register a child for public schools in the state of Florida without the proper vaccination, either from his primary doctor or the health department.
It's amazing. All right, you want to tell us the name of the school?
Pride Elementary.
Well, here's the deal. This is done everywhere. So I knew exactly what he'd say to you. And let me guess, he said, it's going to be all right. Did you try to put his hand on your arm? He's like, we got to get this in the kid to get the money. I want to go play golf today.
No.
He was authoritative with you? He was like, you need to...
Somewhat. I will be back at the school, though, with this new information about this waiver. They haven't heard the last of me, and I have to do everything in my power to keep those needles from going in my children.
Well, again, how do these scumbags get away with all this? They do it through ignorance. The people perish for lack of knowledge. Again, do we compromise with a system engaged in medical tyranny that tens of thousands of our troops have been hit with nerve gas and biologicals and chemicals in tests, including killing them? And again, we're not in Kansas, folks. People are like, oh, you're so brave, they may kill you. It doesn't matter. There's no future if we don't beat these people. Haven't anyone figured this out yet? I appreciate your call, sir. You really hit my hot button right there. Just type in vaccine exemption forms, the name of your state, and then all the parents listening. The doctors, a decade ago, everywhere would say, there's no mercury in the shots. That's a conspiracy theory. And I told people, okay, doc, okay, nurse, give me the insert. Thimerosal, what's that? Oh, mercury. Okay? Look, listen, they have criminal CPS, and here's the problem. We have to say no now. Just like they imply having guns is illegal and arrest people for legal guns now in this country. We have to speak out against it. They are already having CPS take people's children. Every week I see reports where the parents say no to the shots and there's no law, but they still just take them, and because there's no jury, it's usually a pedophile. We've profiled them, or pervert judge. And like the Texas Youth Commission with their rape rooms for your child. I mean, these are pedophiles. Of course they're hiring pedophiles at all the TSA facilities to be the commanders. Who else do you think wants to do that? No one normal would do that. We have a hell force attacking us. A hell force has risen against us. They're all around us, and I declare war right back on you. You murdering filth. Oh, man, I can't handle it anymore. I will not sit here while you brain damage and murder children anymore. I will not sit here while you radiate us and radiate our food anymore. I will not sit here while you genetically engineer soft kill weapons into our food. I will not sit here and take it anymore. I mean, you folks, if you woke up to what was really going on, you realize this is a completely normal response. I am desperately here begging you to break your trance. Nicholas in Illinois, you're on the air. Take us to break. Go ahead. Can you speak, sir?
Energy.
Okay, Nana. Well, Nicholas, go.
Nicholas, I'm going to continue with that guy I said prior about Russell Brand. I thought that was really big of him calling out, and on his commercial he even mentions the Illuminati, so I think you guys should contact him and try to get him on.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Russell Brand, he hosted the MTV Awards, and he called out a bunch of the globalist elites and the Illuminati. The prior guy was...
That's good. Who is Russell Brand?
He used to be married to Katy Perry. He has a new show coming out, but he's kind of like a pop culture. He's an actor / musician, whatever. But I thought, like I said, he called out to MTV, which is one of the largest
brainwashing systems. Yeah,
exactly. I live in Chicago, and do you guys have any stations that pick up your show?
We're on a couple in Illinois. They're always changing and stuff. There's a list at GCNlive.com. Stay there. I'll come back to you on the other side. I didn't give you much time there. All right, stay with us.
Hi, this is...
Well, I've been in a total ranting rage during the break with the crew. They're angry. They're talking about, how they try to take blood at birth and then admit, okay, we are keeping it for research. That's now admitted. They just do whatever they want. And how they lie and say pregnant women especially need all the vaccines. Until 4 years ago, every insert said don't give it to a pregnant woman. Kids with heart trouble, they're trying to give vaccines and say, oh, your child needs more. It's eugenics to kill them. In all medical literature for the last 100 years, no vaccines for pregnant women. It causes autoimmune responses, all sorts of genetic disorders get kicked off by it. Autoimmune response, you lose your baby. And because of that, they decided to go all the way, and starting 3.5 years ago said women especially who are pregnant need it, and handicapped kids. And I have to watch them hurting these little kids. It makes me so angry. And then I'm exhausted all day. I just want to beat these people. I want to put them all in prison too. Let me tell you something. That's a serious crime, administrators, to sit there and lie to the parents and say it's the law and then kick people's children out of the public schools. They do this all over the country. Oh, you didn't take your shots, and then they kick you out, and the cops come and arrest the parents for truancy, and it's all a giant fraud, but the juries are so dumb, even if the parents fight it, they're like, yep, your kid wasn't in school for a week because you didn't take a shot. I've seen these people on the news. I mean, it's just all fraud. They're killing us. The same government that put U.S. troops in chambers and radiated them to death and put foster kids in them, look it up, is running this. They're killing us. They're killing us. And the globalists, they're murdering us. I'm going to say it again. They're murdering us. They're murdering us. It's eugenics. All right, where's the last caller? Did he hang up? I said I'd come back to him after the break. Nana in Canada, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, how are you, handsome?
I'm having a heart attack today. What's on your mind?
I can see that. The only thing that I have to say is about the whole Ron Paul and Rand Paul thing. My feeling is, and my husband's feeling is, imagine they did all this campaigning just to see who's on the opposition, basically, who is part of the resistance, and now they're planning ahead, basically, to put us down.
Well, that's what they say. Peter Thiel, the Bilderberg, has bragged that he supported Paul just to map with computers who everybody is to then understand how to target them politically. And this, oh my God, if this was some 20-year mole operation, that has to be looked at now. That's what I mean. That's why I'm so sick about this. We have to open up an entire research operation now.
Yeah, we have to get to the bottom of this. It's kind of ridiculous to see that we have supported this man for so long. And just like that, he turns around and says, don't worry about it. Let's be respectful. I will not be respectful about this matter. It's my life. It's my baby's life, and it's your life at stake here. So he can go to hell as far as I know.
Well, thank you for those words, for saying he won't back down. But I don't think Ron Paul needs to go to hell. Ron Paul hasn't done all this yet, but he's supporting Rand. I understand their delusion. I know Rand. He seems like a nice guy. I think Rand has lost touch with reality, like his former campaign head said. Maybe he's got Stockholm Syndrome, you know? Well, I mean, what did you think as you've seen all this unfold, and now their surrogates are in the news saying we're stupid and need to grow up?
Mm-hmm. That's pretty much how it feels like. It pretty much feels like we're stupid right now because we put our hands in this guy's, we put our faith in this guy's hands, and this is what happens? Yeah, I feel pretty much fucking stupid.
All right, thank you for the call. We're going to be right back after this quick break. Another hour is coming up straight ahead. And I've covered some news in the first hour, a little bit this hour. Look, if the water doesn't rise over Bear Creek, if the Lucky Charms elf doesn't skip the moon, we're going to cover all this